comments on that statement? Yeah, it will be circulated to everybody. But I noticed Moya.
Thank you, Chair. I think it's a beautiful statement. Now, the next step will be delivering it and garnering support of other stakeholders to support it. So we employed the community committee to also walk through the NGO delegations, the NGO and community delegations of the Global Fund to pass the same message across. Some of them are already members of these delegations. And if the delegations actually sneezes, the secretariat catches code. So it's better to also walk through the delegations. Thank you. Over.
Okay, yeah, I think that's a very strategic approach, and you should be the one to spearhead that. But I was going to ask Dr. Meskerem and Ben to work on this in terms of the French translation, so that it's really also clearly done in the French version. But I saw a hand somewhere at the back. Yes, yes.
Thank you, sir, Mr. Chair. Mayowa, thanks for being there. My suggestion is, if we can complete this document today, because the community delegations to the Board of Global Fund, of which I'm still a member, we are having a call this afternoon. So before the call, I'll suggest this document so that I push it ahead, so it will become part of the call today.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ibrahim. I think what we are having a deadline of 10 a.m. an hour from now. So we are circulating, and your last comments is at 10 a.m. Yeah. Ma'am.
Yes, Professor Sheila.
French translation is already done. So it's just to polish it in accordance with the thing. But I just want to commend the community's partners, our colleagues, because they did a wonderful job. We were here in we were with them, and we finished that thing in less than 30 minutes. So, and when they circulated it, it was like, it's fine. So just to say, great work. Let's keep it up.
Well done. Well done. So we want that version circulated to every member here. And then at 2 o'clock, we see if there's any comments. I doubt if there will be many, but just for the sake of fullness, let's do that. Okay.
Yeah, and also to include the strong language of we demand, we want. Then finally, we're also writing a letter to the rest of the sponsors who have not come on board. They should not come with Trump tendencies. He's not our role model. They need to give us reasons why they are pulling out, and as community, we think they owe us that. So, sir, don't worry. We are on it. Community will demand, and we will be unpopular. We don't care. It's not a popularity contest. Thank you.
Yeah.
Are we too?
Thank you so much. I think this is good. This is very good for us. It's a highlight of our meeting here. Shall I go to the next item on the agenda? It's the ICASA director who is going to update us on alignment session for ICASA, in a draft alignment session.
Thank you, Mr. President. The session that we're supposed to align, we are still is still a work in progress because we've not finalized the abstract. But what I want to do here is to give you a synopsis of that alignment. We have agreed since the first meeting in November last year, and the second meeting in March this year, and also today, that is the last meeting of ICASA planning. We have agreed that we should have at least 5 sessions per committee in terms of non-abstract service session. Then we have 5 sessions per committee, meaning that we have 15 sessions non-abstract service sessions per committee. And we also agreed, and we developed 5 sessions per special session in the program. And it means that we have 15 special sessions in ICASA program this year. And we also agreed to develop 3 workshops per committees. It means that today we have also 9 workshop sessions in the program. And we also agreed that we should develop a minimum of 26 abstract sessions, which we are trying to finalize today. This 26 abstract session is translated into 78 selection of abstracts. We are still working on it because we have done track A, track B, and track C. We come back to finalize with track D and track E, the best abstract, and after that, we need to slot them into abstract session. We are printing all the documentation for you. Then when the time comes, we call you so that we share ourselves into abstract A, B, C, D, E, so that we can classify the session on abstract and finalize them. But if you can see in the screen here, what we have is that is what I just explained. ICASA will start generally on the 3rd of December, but 3rd of December, we have only satellite session and open ceremony. And then we go on the 4th of December, you will see we have plenary on top there. The plenary at ICASA starts always at 9:45. Because we believe that when we come for conference, we also need to brief and to be alert, not to come 7 o'clock like we used to do before. Then we start at 9:45 for the plenary, and we close at 10:30. And you will notice that the last session of ICASA closed at 4:15. This is ICASA this year. And the second day, the same thing. The Thursday, the same thing. Friday, same thing, and Saturday, is it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday, we are closing ICASA with a rapporteur session. You can see we have only plenary on Saturday, plenary and 1 abstract session, and we close. That will be ICASA for you this year. You have noticed that we have changed this system since ICASA 2021. And we believe that it works perfectly. It allows you also to experience a bit the wonderful place, the wonderful country, especially Accra, because the conference will be hosting here in Accra. And the program is flexible enough. What we want to comment here is that if you have some special session that you think that you can bring people in, let us know. Because it's true that we finalize all the session, but we never know. If you think that you have some institution or you have some organization that want to organize a special session or satellite session, let us know so that we can see how we can work around this program. The alignment will continue when we finalize the abstract session, because the abstract session is not yet finalized. But we know already, you can see where we have a yellow is abstract. We have 26 abstract to finalize. 26 abstract is translated in 78 abstract speaker, because every slot in abstract session is 3. I said it before. Then this is the planner, and when we finalize the abstract session, after this, before we close, we will understand better this planner. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Luke. Any comments, questions? Okay, I think that it has been well received. Thank you. Now we go back to the community. The community is now going to present the ICASA 2025 Community Village activities and also to nominate a youth speaker. Well, that's what's on the agenda.
Youth speaker.
No, they have to walk on.
Can we have that in presentation mode, please? Colleagues, when we say Amandla, you must please say away too. You can't be quiet when we say Amandla. So, huh? Amandla, Amandla, all power to the people. Guys, this is not why Nkwame Nkrumah died, guys. All power to the people. Yes, and because it's community, everyone in here is comrades. You will put the titles on the side. I'd like to make our presentation on the networking zones. As you know, the community village is always very vibrant. First of all, we have the persons with disability networking zone, the women's networking zone, which has always been vibrant, persons living with HIV networking zone, the youth networking zone, the diaspora networking zone, key populations networking zone, faith-based organizations networking zone, female sex workers networking zone, hepatitis, TB, and malaria networking zone. So those guys who are married to integration, here's your opportunity. Aging and HIV networking zone, which is also something new. And I'd like to thank ICASA for making sure that happens. The women's networking zone, we have some activities and applications that came through empowering women through menstrual health and skills. Activity 2, Voice of Timatuni Women in Ghana. And activity 3 is the integrated power flower exercise, mapping and aligning internal and external power for transformative impact. Next slide, please. The youth networking zone, activity 1, the future is us. Exciting, but I want the youth to think about the present is them. Tackling today's problems with tomorrow's solutions, which will be done by Kenya. Unspoken wounds, a panel on the impact of drugs and substance abuse on reproductive health of adolescents and young people. Glad to see this because we know this is also something very unspoken in Africa. Activity 3, tackling HIV in the youth, an interactive football drill experience in sub-Saharan Africa by Cote d'Ivoire. Next slide. Another one to be excited about is the key populations networking zone with activities 1, 2, and 3. Survive Sons Financement. But people who write in French, I'm going to read it in Zulu. All right, so I think that is for the French people. If somebody wants to translate for me, that's fine. Activity 2, sustaining community-led legal and rights advocacy for TB, HIV, and malaria. I'm happy to see Kenya as the lead there, and a community-led healing spaces, reducing stigma, enhancing well-being for key populations. Great work, Kenya. We can see also some of the themes in the interest of the countries. Some countries have more interest, and like you can see on the female sex work networking zone, a lot from Kenya, the Bar Hostess Empowerment and Support Program, outreach, know your rights and to protect your health, criminalization, which is still a problem in Africa, and its impact on HIV service uptake, again, Kenya, left behind, sex workers, and the transition of HIV services to government systems in Kenya. And I think this is because of the current situation we find ourselves in with integration. persons living with HIV networking zone, the integrating local production of health financing reform, a Nigeria TMA case study. Great to see that. Working with what we have towards continued optimal AHD management. I think we've been seeing this acronym a lot, advanced HIV disease. What do you see? Also from Ghana. And then we have the faith-based organization, networking zones, activities 1, 2, 3, and HIV mitigation and control program from Kenya, breaking stigma and building adherence, faith leaders and youth in dialogue. Great to also see a session like that. And loving one another to victory. I was hoping it would come from Uganda, but yeah. Aging and HIV networking zone, key issues of women aging with HIV in Africa. Okay. And then intersection of aging and long-term HIV management from Ghana, stigma across generations. Hey, you guys can stigmatize us. Everything you hear, they call us dinosaurs, etc., Mr. President. Yeah, they call us the old guard. So there are some clear gaps. And when we talk about these gaps, and a lot of times we say integration, and when we have an opportunity to ensure it happens, you can see just how we have to deal with it. The TB, malaria, and hepatitis networking zone only has one activity, so there's a clear need for more sessions to be submitted. The diaspora networking zone, 0 activities. And again, this comes back to when we talk about the diaspora and what we want to do, we always say, oh, we're not working together, but look at that. There's an opportunity, but no submissions. Same as with the persons with disabilities networking zone. I think we can encourage our countries to really participate in these matters that we have outstanding. Next slide, I think this is the last one. All right, there is no last slide, but I want to make a plea because yesterday I heard Mr. Luke talk about the tent. A tent, Mr. Luke, is for what? For us. The networking zone. Mr. Luke, we want you to reconsider those tents, no, man. We can have something like this, and plenary can go to the tent. Amandla, all power to the people. Thank you.
Okay, Yvette, thank you so much. I just noticed that it's a lot of Kenya and Ghana, Kenya. What's happening to other countries? Huh? Yeah, you want to respond to that? Yeah.
So, by default, good morning. I'm better today. Clap for me.
Who's your doctor?
Yeah, I mean, by default, as the community village coordinator, so I did get a lot of requests and I forward them as they come. However, from the female sex worker one, the network submitted through their regional network. So it reads Kenya, but the regional network submissions have come from different countries. So that's one explanation. So that sorts that one out. But yes, we really need to improve the appetite for this ICASA. I said that yesterday. And, the community program in the village sort of is seen as for the locals. So we've not gotten a lot of, you'll see it's Kenya, Ghana. But if we could, explore, ways in which we can get more international people, particularly for the diaspora one and the disabilities one, I think we can work together with our former disability zone person from Zimbabwe. She was wonderful. Yolanda was wonderful in Zimbabwe for the disability zone, you know, to really encourage more submissions from other countries. I'm not seeing Zimbabwe, I'm not seeing Botswana, I'm not seeing South Africa, you know, and I don't know why that's the case, but for the Kenya one, yeah, that was the explanation.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Over to you, Nyaraja.
No, Gordon wants to say something.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just want to respond to the issue we are discussing. As Dottie is aware, we received proposals from 69 countries. We constituted the Community Village Planning Committee made up of all international and local coordinators of the various networking zones. These proposals were shared with them for them to review and pre-select. However, the documentation we shared with them did not include the countries from the submitting applicants. Based on the pre-selection and going back to the original database, we now pulled out the countries from where the activities were selected. So what was shared with the coordinators included a detailed description of the activity and what they want to bring to the various community networking zones. After that process, we still noticed that some networking zones had gaps. So we reopened the link and shared with all the coordinators to share with their networks. And they were supposed to share the feedback last week, Friday, before we come for this meeting. However, we still haven't received any proposals. That's why we have these existing gaps. So it was based on the blind peer review. We did not know where the countries of the applicants. It was after the selection process that we came up with. So it's not as if Ghana and Kenya just decided to choose. We decided to choose applications from Ghana and Kenya. We received applications from Francophone countries. We have Mali, we have Cote d'Ivoire also, Benin. Yes, so that was how the process of pre-selection came about. Thank you very much.
So in short, you are saying when you selected, you initially didn't know what country is coming from. So these are the top selections.
Yes, sir. That's.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Let me add something what Gordon just said. We don't stay in the secretariat to select session for committee. We never do that. I will not do that. I will never do that again. And we don't do it. These committees, the community village, they select their own session. We open a call for selection for the various 10 networks that we have. And we send this call out for more than 4 months for them to send their application. I want to make the record clear. And the application that we receive from the various quarters, we remove the country and we remove the applicant name. And we send it to the various chair and co-chair of the 10 networking zone for them now to scrutinize and to select the best out. I want to give you an example. If you are youth networking zone, you have the right to select also the best session for the women networking zone because the blind review selection. And all of them, they selected whatever they want without knowing who sent the application, without knowing where it's coming from. And based on that, we take the best selected in all the zones and we present it back to them. Now we put the name and the country. This is what we just showed you today. This is the way we organize community village. Thank you so much.
Okay, look, it sounds very fair and scientifically done. It is like a double-blind study, but still, it says to me that Kenya and Ghana had the best submissions. Yeah, that's what it says. Yeah. But I noticed, Nyarazo, you wanted to say something?
Morning, everyone. Thank you, Yvette. So I think my question has partly been preempted and also overtaken by events, by comments from Gordon and from Luke here. But as you were presenting Yvette, I realized that there are some gaps which still remain, and I'm hoping that they'll be addressed. First and foremost, what is glaringly missing is a session on intimate partner violence. And I mean, we cannot talk about HIV in African women and not address intimate partner violence. So I'm hoping, though you said that it's open to the submissions, I'm hoping that Luke, Gordon and others, you can sort of steer the program to include other discussions that we might need to see. And another missing discipline is mental health. There was talk about mental wellness or just wellness, but we need to see a lot in terms of mental health, especially for the adolescents and especially for women living with HIV in Africa. So I'm hoping that can be included somehow, some way. Thank you. Over.
Thank you so much for the two comments. I think, is the call still open, Gordon? Is the call still open or is it closed now? Okay, but we need to salvage it. And I want to challenge Dr. T also for us to speak to the civil societies in South Africa to submit some proposals. I know great work is being done in some communities. So are we open to receiving proposals, outstanding proposals?
At this stage, we believe that the committee here can decide, because if you open the bid now, we know it will be tough to slot it in the program. You know, we are doing the marathon. We can take the two proposals from Prof. Neradua, we take that one. And if other people has proposal here, please bring it in, you know, bring it into Gordon so that we can fill it and we review it and we send it back to you, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Yvette. One question that has not been answered. Look, they don't want a tent.
Yeah. After we wrote
I'm also part of the community. We really don't want the tent. It's time that we should push. It's time that we should push our government to build standard conference center so that we not find ourselves into tents. As long as we cannot push our government to build a standard conference center, we always find ourselves in the tents. Because the reality is that most of our countries in Africa cannot host ICASA. But ICASA mandate is to go everywhere where we have one single Black people living with HIV and facing human rights issues. That is ICASA mandate. You know, this is why we go to every country, even if there is no facility, we go there, we put up our tent, and we move on. Then let us fight so that we can have standard conference center in Africa, in all the regions, and especially in every country. Thank you.
You know, South Africa, we are okay.
We are not talking about South Africa, we are talking about Africa at large.
Okay.
Okay, I noticed a hand there at the back.
Thank you and good morning. So my suggestion is, can the committee go back and look at some of those proposals and make suggestions to improve on the proposal so that we can, you know, block the gaps rather than reopening the portal for fresh proposals? Because some of the proposals, maybe some of the reasons why they turn them down, they are amenable to correction, so that we can, you know, see how we can, you know, block the gaps there. Thank you.
Mr. Luke?
Yeah, thank you so much, Prof. Today is a marathon. The marathon is finalized. We don't go back. And this proposal you have seen here has been reviewed by more than 30 people. This is a final that we have. What we can do now is that where we have the empty slots, we are calling you to fill that slot so that we move on. We cannot go back to the committee again, no. Because if we go back, we never finish. You know, you have the documentation there. No, you cannot get this one. You will not receive it because this one is specifically for the community. And they have reviewed it, the proposal. We get more than something like a 79 proposals have been reviewed. You know, here we are here to finalize the program, not to go back, not going back. If you have additional proposal, please, based on the, please, can you show the slide where we don't have where we need more
gaps.
where there's gaps. You know, we just want you to fill the gaps for us, right? Fill the gaps. If you have some suggestion, please bring it forward to Gordon. These are the gaps. Exactly. Please see the gaps and help us to fill it. But we are taking note of Prof. Finalize suggestion. We fill it in. Gordon, you get closer to her so that she can also identify the person that can present it. Because it's not only to give us the thematics, no. You need to also identify the youth or the person that will present it at the community village. That's very, very important, right? Because every proposal that you see here has a speaker. And it's very good that we should also, the one that you have incomplete, this is what we need from you. Please send your proposal from that so that we can finalize it. Just send it to Gordon so that we can finalize it. I'm not sure that I responded to Prof. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Prof. and Nyaradzo, those suggestions of yours, you have just to find where you can slot them in there.
Yeah.
Even if it's a seemingly different topic. Okay. Yvette, thank you. But you are going to let us know the youth speaker in due course.
Yes, before we leave here, we will come up with a name for the community youth speaker, but thank you so much, comrades.
Right. We seem to be doing so well now in terms of speed. Thank you, Local Secretariat. Local Secretariat, review of upcoming milestones. Ghana, but the Ghana delegation is here in full force. Shall we skip this for now? We just be alert that we need this one. Okay. Here it says lunch, but we'll skip lunch for now and go back to, we're now going back to the outside. You can do? No. Yeah. No? Okay, so we go back to the abstracts. And Mr. Luke Bodia is going to assist us there. Okay?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just want to remind us that yesterday we did not conclude with the abstract system, especially we did not select the best abstract for track D and track E. We need to do that now, and then we proceed with selection and of the various slot of abstracts. Because I will show you the presentation. Based on that, we continue this abstract business. But first of all, what we need to do now is to select the best abstracts. We are giving you the 3 best of track D and track E. Because yesterday we did track A, B, C. Then it remains D and E that we are doing now. I just want the people who, we have their list I want you to put yourself together. Track D. People from track D, let us put yourself together. Let us stay together. Everybody that reviewed track D, where are you guys? Can you show your hand? Can you come together? It's better, please. That side, be together so that the review will be fast. And track E, people from track E, people from track E, can you join Dr. Churu here? Join her so that it will be fast, please. What we want you to do is to review the best abstract. We have 3 bests. Now, what we want you to do is to review it and select the best abstract for ICASA 2025. And after that, we dive into the track E, track B, track C, track D, planning. Thank you so much. I think it's a serious review. They need something like a 30 to 40 minutes. Yeah. After that, we go for tea, or we can start going for tea and then do the review also. It's better.
So track D, those who are behind, please come and let's finish this as some of us go for tea.
From track A, 16 abstracts from track B, 20 abstracts from track C, and 10 abstracts from track D, 7 abstracts from track E. The total abstract that you have now in your hand that they will share with you now after this presentation, track E will have total of 9 abstracts. Then they will have a total of 3 sessions because at ICASA, every session, abstract session, is 3 speakers. Track B, we have a total of 20 abstracts. It means that they have 6 sessions. They have to trash out some sessions. Track C, we have 27 abstracts. It means that they have 9 sessions. They have 9 sessions, then they don't have anything to trash out. Track D, they have 12 sessions. They have 12 abstracts, then 4 sessions. Track E, they have 10 abstracts. Then it will be translated in 3 sessions. It means that they need to review it and remove the one that they think that is weak. Next slide. Now, let us talk about the best abstracts, because you have selected the best abstracts. The best abstract for this year, 2025, ICASA, Ghana, is abstract number 1252, Impact of TB, Co-infection, HIV, HBV, COVID-19 on drugs resistant and human response in pulmonary tuberculosis patients in Cameroon. It's from Mr. Dian Kamdi, track A, from Cameroon. Can we have a round of applause for him? The best abstract from track A, for track A, not all the different abstracts, for track A. It's called CIS, you can see it. Now, the second is abstract number 5.1, Beyond the Screen, Evaluating Post-Treatment Outcomes of Women Living with HIV/AIDS, Screen VIII positive in Harare, Zimbabwe. Is from Mrs. Sandra Murawira. Track B, she got the total mark of 5.9 from Zimbabwe. The best abstract for track C is number 968. Overlooked and misdiagnosed female genital, schistosomiasis and its implication for HIV risk and endemic Nigeria community is Mrs. Oluwashola Balogun from track C. Score 5.7 from Nigeria. We are not clapping for her. What is going on? The best attack from track D is also from Nigeria, barriers to HIV service access, marginalized women, and sexual minorities in Lagos and Ogun State, a mixed method study from Miss Awawo Adegbeti. She got 5.8 from Nigeria. The last one is number 878, healthcare preferences and barriers among sexual and gender monitoring persons in Kwayanga and Mukono District, Uganda, track E 5.6, Uganda. I want to tell you that you can see that we reviewed this in online, but after review online, we bring out here the 3 best of each tax. And you, as a member of the study committee meeting for the marathon meeting, you review them again. And this is what you bring to us. We do not stay in our office and cook it. Thank you for your support for that. Please clap for yourself. Next slide. Unfortunately, we do not have best attack from Ghana. We try next time. In another country, Ghana will come. Let's assure that. Track A, you can see, when we are talking about the breakdown for track A, you can see the score. This is what we have, the number from 5 to 7, we have only 1. 5 to 6 scoring, we have only 3. 5 to 5, 1, 3, and total 9. Then we need to take 3 from that as a session. Next. For track B, you can see it's very poor also. We have 5.7, we have 1, 5.62, and the total 28. But we are having, we work with 20. We need to select the 8 that we think that are a bit weak so that we can have our session. Next slide. Track C, we have 44. This is where we have the numbers. We have 44, And 44 abstract, you can see various scores that we have, It's only 5.2 is very poor. However, we agree that we should take from 5.5 to 6. If we had done that, we don't have any abstract to show. Because we go down to 5.2, we get up to 20, right? Then in total, we have 44. We need to trash out at least 17 to get 27 abstracts. Tag D, we have 16, in total. Then we need to work with 12. Then we need to review them very well so that we take the week out of that 12 and that 16 and have 12 to have our session. Next. Track E, we have 11 abstracts. We need to take out 1. No, we have 10 abstracts. Is the mistake? It's 10. We need to take out 1 so that we have 9 abstracts that we need to review. Next, I think that's the last slide. Okay, thank you so much. What you have to do now, we share with you all the abstracts, and we give the chair, every chair that here, we give them the documentation. They know how many slots they have to put in place, and we have all the abstracts. Kindly go through the thematics. We don't need to review all the abstracts. Just read the thematics and see if it's in line with the tracks, a track title. If it's not in line with the track title, you change it. In your documentation, go to page, in your documentation, go to abstract, you will see document de référence track de ICASA 2025. In French, it's page 47. People who are French, you have to go to page 47. They will see the track there. The title are there. It will help you, to allocate the various abstract in their slots. Now, for English version, for English version, it's page 44. Go to page 44. You will have all the traps there and the subtitle of trap they are there. And we classify all the abstracts that we receive based on their subtitle too. You read them, and if you want to modify, you let us know so that the committee can sit down and see. If you have some abstract that you believe that it doesn't tally with the title of this track, you tell us and you change it so that we can take it and see how we can slot them to another track that they belong to. Thank you so much for your time, for your patience, and let's finalize this job. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Look, well done. I think it's just finalization now.
Please, I want to remind the various track people that they don't need to score anything because they have the score there. Those ones that have more than they need, they just need to remove the one they think that is poor. Don't score anything. It's not time for scoring. There's no time for scoring. Just remove the one that you think that are weak. Thank you. For example, taxi, you have 17 that you need to remove. You just read them and remove. Can you? Tag D, you have 4 to remove. You don't need to score because you have the score down already. Just read them, glance through it, and remove. No scoring.
Dr. Nee, 15 minutes, please. 15 minutes. Professor Saruchera, 15 minutes, please.
Is there? Thank you. We have track A.
What is remaining?
Which is the highest? Yeah, only 2. Okay. Other members are called Professor Toke proceeding in motion, but there's 44. They have to choose 27.
Okay. We have noticed that track C, we have only 2 people working. Can we have more workforce to help taxi? Can we have more workforce to help them? I can see Professor Lule there. He can join taxi to help us. General can join taxi to help us. Can we have people to more hand to help them? Taxi. Thank you, Professor Lule. I have also the general here. Alain Azondeko, can you join them, please? Thank you so much. Now you have more workforce.
We're waiting for track C and track C and
Track B.
And B and C. Track B. We are worried because you are taking long. Track C.
Mr. President, can I speak on the mic?
Yes, Yvette, you want to say something? Go on.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, I know you are busy. I'd like to request, because we don't want to send the letter out to everyone, if you'd like to sign on to the letter, please send an email to Gordon to say we should share the letter with you, instead of us sending it out to everyone in the organizing committee and find people are not interested. So please just send an email to Gordon to say, I'd like to sign on, and then we will share the letter with you to sign on to the PDF.
To which email?
Gordon? Where's Gordon? Gordon?
Speak in Zulu. He's not hearing.
Gordon? Which email can they send their interest to? Huh? Okay, Gordon will project the email address just now. Please use that email and indicate your interest to sign on, because I know some of us are scared. Global Fund funds us. But Sister Tembi, you can just say Yvette first. All right, colleagues, once again, there's a suggestion, Brian and Dottie. Okay. Brian, Dottie, and Innocent. Yes, you are tightening, but there's a suggestion that the letter only comes from community. Is that the agreement? Only community, we are not, yeah. But nobody else signs on, only community. All right. So, Mr. President, and Luke, the letters will only be from community, no other sign-ons. Only community. It's okay. That's the resolution. Other people are not feeling okay to sign on, and if others sign on and others don't, it doesn't look good. The whole community is okay to carry that load.
Yeah, thank you so much. I believe that Dr. Mesker, you want to talk first?
No, you talk.
Okay. I believe that this is the community call. And when we talk about community call, it's related also to the marathon meeting. It means that we all agree that the community should drive this thing. Then mean that everybody here is involved. This is what it means.
This if the community signs under ICASA, it means that we have all agreed. That's why they are using that name. Dr. Meskerem, you wanted to say something?
We have changed it? Okay, so if it is the case, why we are asking the other to sign? I will be happy to sign, but if it is a community voice only, we have to be clearer. What is the impact?
No, Dr. Meskerem, and it's not what we approve. What we approve is that the community request for ICASA Steering Committee meeting. Under ICASA, that's it. It's all of us here. It needs to be very clear. You know, it's not a community drive. It's the ICASA drive. The Steering Committee approval, the community request under ICASA Steering Committee meeting. It should be clear. Thank you.
Yeah, so it means that your request, Yvette.
Thank you very much, Chair. Please, I have a diverse opinion about the community signing. I think if we talk about Global Fund, affected community and people living with the disease, a lot are out there outside this room, and we need a heavy voice to push this letter. So I think this letter should be shared. Ghana, we have a lot of platforms that civil society will be willing to push their voice, and it should be all across Africa for the entire civil society to push this letter. So thank you.
Pour ton
I don't know that we put it here. Okay, that's good. Yeah. You know, as we used to do at ICASA, when it happened at your birthday, I'm sorry, when it happened that you are lucky to have your birthday during ICASA activities, we always celebrate. And we are honored today to celebrate one of the two giants of the community in Africa. You may not know them, but they are really giants from the community from Africa. Can we have one round of applause for them? And I will call the community chair, because we have two communities people here celebrating their birthday. The community chair should take over this celebration.
All right. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much. And it's two of my favorite people's birthday. Can we clap? You can just see by the heads. It's my type. Tembi, it's my type. So, so colleagues, on behalf of the community, we'd just like to say happy birthday to you. We recognize your work. We recognize the longevity you bring to this. Innocent, personally, I know you come with institutional memory. And that is what we challenge, to change a little bit. But you come with institutional memory, and that is a great thing. You will learn so much from you. My big brother over here, just to say thanks for the conversations. Thanks for speaking to me as your sister-in-law, and also as a colleague and comrade. Thanks for the respect you have for us. As the community, we'd like to say happy birthday to both of you, and we hope you have a wonderful, wonderful year, as well as day to day. So drinks, you guys are going to pay at the bar. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you so much. One applause. But you know that ICASA is not only community. I will call also the leadership chair to come and say a word. The leadership chair, Dr. Benjamin, can you?
Since everybody is speaking in English, I'm going to say a few words in French, because I know that brother Innocent here, you know, enjoys speaks in French, so I will say it in French. C'est un grand plaisir de célébrer 2 anniversaires, un jour aussi important, du marathon meeting. Donc, le groupe leadership, par ma voix, vous souhaite un joyeux anniversaire, une année remplie de santé et de joie et de bonheur. Donc, tous nos voeux de santé vous accompagnent, parce que là, nous sommes ici, c'est pour la santé. La santé, c'est un capital. Quand on la perd, c'est là qu'on réalise que vraiment, tous les autres, c'est subsidiaire. Donc, la santé est très importante dans la vie. Donc, joyeux anniversaire. Une année remplie de santé. Merci Luc, merci à l'équipe qui accompagne d'avoir organisé cette surprise. Je me rappelle, la première réunion du comité international, également, nous avons célébré un anniversaire, que cette tradition continue. C'était 2 en plus. Ah oui, c'était l'anniversaire du professeur Sheila, et puis l'autre, il n'est pas arrivé cette fois-ci. Ok, d'accord. Voilà, merci beaucoup.
Thank you, Dr. Ben. Let us proceed now. En français. Joyeux anniversaire. Joyeux anniversaire. Joyeux anniversaire. Joyeux anniversaire. Hip, 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 hip. Hooray! Now allow me to call also the chair of the scientific committee. Don't forget that ICASA is 3 components. Mr. Chair of the scientific committee, Professors.
Merci beaucoup. Je vais le dire en français, malheureusement, très mauvais anglophone. En tout cas, c'est vraiment avec beaucoup d'élan de cœur, avec beaucoup de joie que nous vous souhaitons un bon anniversaire, en espérant et prierons pour ça, que vous restez toujours en bonne forme, parce que les services que vous avez rendus à ICASA sont très appréciables. Et cela fait de longues années. Et donc, pour nous, si l'Éternel peut vous en donner encore plus, ce sera pour notre bonheur. Et ainsi donc, nous allons le dire en français encore. Joyeux anniversaire, joyeux anniversaire, joyeux anniversaire pour vous. Joyeux anniversaire.
Thank you, Chess. Now we hear from all the chess, but you know, we can't do ICASA without somebody that's very important. The most humble person that we never met. Somebody that has been minister for 15 years in one of the countries that really we all know very well, with a strong leader that we still miss till now. Let me call the president of SAR, Dr. David.
Well, first of all, let me thank Luke for organizing this. This is really a good surprise to all of us. Last time we had a similar thing. So when we have this meeting, somebody's birthday comes up. But also we thank everybody who is here, because if they are not here, you can't celebrate it on two of you. So Ibrahim and Innocent, I really wish you well. As you get older, you get wiser, and then people learn from your wisdom. And I hope that some of them will aim to also reach your ages. Some of them are very small, tiny, but when they get to your ages, you will have given them inspiration. So happy birthday to both of you, and enjoy yourselves. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Let us hold the whole country, the host country, to come and help us to cut this cake. Because we are here hosted by the government of Ghana. Then the government of Ghana will help us to cut this cake accordingly. Dr. Prosper, Director General of Ghana Commission, can you help us to cut this cake? It's not the wedding cake, because I don't want them to marry it.
Look, you know I'm a short man. You want to put in between these tall men?
Come. Let's help them to cut the cake. No, Brian, are you here?
So you cut this cake in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Yeah, in the name of Allah too. Yeah. And then, okay, thank you so much.
Well, I think this is the biggest surprise I am seeing in my 61 years on earth. Honestly, the last time I had my birthday at an HIV matter like this was during HIV conference in Toronto, Canada. And when I was coming, my wife was complaining. I said, no, that is my first family. I've lived with HIV for over 25 years. And after championing issues of HIV, I started the first response to discordant couples in Nigeria. After that, I asked myself, people are getting antiretroviral, but one bloody thing is ambushing them somewhere there and killing them, and that is TB. So I took all my activism and poured it into TB. And when this my brother visited us in Nigeria, I called him out. I wanted to host him. We got there at a garden. He ended up hosting me. I'm coming here now. He's ambushing me. You owe me one. Well, I must thank everybody here. It is an honor. I didn't expect this at all. When he called me out for pictures, I was just, but this is really, really fulfilling to me. And that's why I've asked Brian to take a lot of pictures. I'm going to share with my family. I would like to tell them, I don't belong to you alone. I have other family everywhere. Thank you so much.
Je ne sais quoi ajouter. Ibrahim already said, I mean, the key things. We are all family. Yeah. And I think that truly, honestly, our first family is this HIV family. It's our, I mean, we are expending more time related to that issue than with our own kids. I can't tell you how many times I share with my kids. I'm more working. And, you know, and when I said family, my mom is here. Miss Karen, she is my mom. Really, there's people welcome me on board, guide me, mentor me. I was a little bit difficult, but I accept to learn from them. And everything I can say, everything I can do related to HIV, it's thanks to Meskerem, Asi, I never forget them, to some other people, Dr. Basha from Tunisia, Mamadou Sek. I can say, you know, all these great and nice people. And now we are happy to see young people coming on board. And then you will be, you are the next generation, and we think that with you, it will be another world. Thanks a lot for it. Merci, Luc. Merci infiniment.
Thank you so much. Clemens, can you help us now to cut the cake? Make sure that to share the cake, make sure that people who did not clap should not take this cake. You should not serve them. Can you clap for them once again, please?
Thank you, Luke. Hard work and also a celebration. So these are things that we like. You make us relax at the same time. You are very hard on people to work hard, and that combination is always good. So at this juncture, including the mother to Innocent, at this juncture, I think we need now to close. The work has been done. I think very good, transparent work has been done. I wish to thank the Secretariat for that. The abstracts have been finalized. Can we have some quiet, please? Yeah. So the abstracts have been finalized. The scholarships program has been done. Marketing and partnership strategy has been endorsed. The plenary program has been finalized. A draft alignment session will still need to be done, but that will be posted. The community village work has been finalized, including the request of many tents. The youth speaker has still got to be announced. We want to acknowledge the birthday celebrations. But there's one item that I would like Luke to just finish up with. So Luke, can you just finish up this item? Which is the item to do with the way forward. Okay, I'm advised that there are two people who want to speak online. Go on.
You can hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. I'm going to start by wishing a happy birthday to Ibrahim and Innocent. I hope you have a good time celebrating after the marathon meeting has ended. So I just wanted to comment because I see that there is a letter that is going to be addressed to some partners, and I see that the Global Fund name has been mentioned quite often. I just want to clarify a couple of things and also ask for some clarification as to the motive of this letter. So one thing that I want to specify, because I was looking at the title of the letter, and it made it look like we did not want to commit funds, which is not the case, because from our side, from the Global Fund side, we've always expressed the fact that this conference is a very important platform for us and that we wanted to continue be partner of the conference. And that we definitely wanted to contribute to sponsor the organization of the conference. The only problem is that with everything that is happening at the moment, we were just struggling to have a clear idea of what the amount of our sponsorship to the conference was going to be. So, of course, contributing, participating to the conference, sponsoring the conference was never out of question anyway. So now what I'm going to ask the colleague from Society for AIDS in Africa is that after the marathon meeting is over, that we find some time to have a discussion. I'm talking about the Secretariat because this is something that we've always done in terms of agreeing on what the sponsorship package is going to look like. So please, let's find a time, either this week or early next week, so that we can discuss this. So now, another thing that I want to understand, the letter is not going to be addressed just to the Global Fund. It's going to be addressed to other partners that have not committed to sponsoring the conference yet. Is that correct? And then two, for the letter that you're addressing to us, are you addressing it to us in the hope that in the different countries receiving funding from the Global Fund, these country teams actually allocate some funding from some of their grant budget to allow the participation of some partners to the conference? It would be good for me to have a better understanding so that I can have internal discussion with the different responsible of the country teams when they come to me to ask why the letter was sent to the organization and to the grant management division. So just need to understand if this letter is targeting the grant management division, so the country portfolios, or if it's just for the political and civil society advocacy department. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Bryce. We hear you clearly. I think he has raised 3 issues here. The first one, if I understood him correctly, was to say that the Global Fund will continue to fund ICASA, but as a conference, but he needs more clarification on the size of what funding there will be. I'll leave that to look to comment later. Then he was a bit concerned about this letter going to other players who are not necessarily sponsoring the conference. Maybe let's discuss that. Bryce works for the Global Fund, and he was talking there with quite an authoritative voice, which either helps us or not help us. So let's hear from Innocent.
Thanks a lot. Merci infiniment, Brice, for your reaction. And really, thank you for confirming that Global Fund will continue supporting ICASA as a conference. I think it's a good news, and we really hope that it will be increasing. But our concern as community, and also share it by the leadership program and the scientific programs of ICASA is how could we have the delegates from countries when usually they are taking from the line related to the conference on the ground to come to the conference. And as you were aware, Brice, we are fighting in the country. I went to several countries supporting them on the reprioritization, as you said, for the GC7. And one of the key measures related to the restriction is no more training, no more conferences, no more studies. That's what concerns us seriously. Because I went to my country, Senegal, supporting them, and we are fighting to see where could we find line to attend ICASA if for GC7, there's no longer permission to have an eligibility on that. Really, Brice, we need the support from the country teams to make a kind of exception for the eligibility related to the attendance of ICASA 2025 in Accra. That's our concern, because this conference needs the attendance of all the, delegates from all the countries. We expected to have about 5,000 people from different countries in Africa and the Global Fund, especially for this grant. The GC7 was the opportunity. So now the conversation at country level with the country team is just to give them, the permission to use a line for attending the conference. If it's not possible with GC7, how can we turn and find from the C19 RM, a possibility for them? That's the question. And I think I make it clear. Thanks a lot, Mr. Chair.
Thanks, Innocent. I hope that, Bryce, you are listening and you'll give us an appropriate response. Yes.
I am listening, and I'm just going to...
Before you respond, let's
Yes.
hear if there are any more contributions from the floor so that you can respond wholesomely. Any other contributions? Any other contributions from the floor? Yes, at the end there.
Thank you, Chair, and thank you, Bryce, for your comments. My question was, because the Chair said that he's from Global Fund and he's speaking with an authoritative voice. So my question is he representing Global Fund or is speaking out his own thoughts? Thank you.
Yes, Brian, I see your hand is up.
Oh, it's me. It's Brice. Oh, or is it Brian from the room? Okay.
Brice. Wait, Brice. I think we are jumping the gun a little bit. We haven't sent the contents of the letter to Global Fund yet. And I think it will be ideal for us to send the letter and then you see, and really resonating to what Innocent just said. So I don't think, Chair, we should have this discussion because the letter hasn't come to you yet. In my language, you're saying, you haven't heard it yet. So I think we should proceed and send the letter to you guys and then you respond accordingly. Thank you.
Okay. Can
I think Brian, you're technically correct, but obviously he has already seen the letter. The issue is he advising us to say, well, or is he giving us, if you like, the suggestion to where to go? So maybe if there's no comments, further comments from the floor, maybe I'll then revert. Is it Bryce or Brice? Which?
It's Brice. It's Brice. Yes. Thank you, Doctor.
Brice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to respond to the comment of me speaking in an authoritative way and then another participant asked if I was actually a Global Fund staff. Yes, I am. I actually work in the Political and Civil Society Advocacy Department, and I'm the focal point for the engagement of the organization at ICASA. So yes, and thank you. Merci beaucoup, Innocent. And Innocent exactly answered the question that I had, because I wanted to know if, and as the doctor meant, I did see the letter, because before I'm in the community program committee, and I really want to specify that before being a Global Fund employee, I am a community person. I am an African. So what we're discussing at ICASA impact me, impact my people. So it's very important, and I'm very much in support of that. So, and Innocent did actually bring the clarification that I needed, because I wanted to know if this letter was specifically addressed to the grant management division, meaning, the team that is in charge of the implementation of the activities that have been approved under the different grants, and that is the case. And I just wanted to have that clarification so that I could report to the leadership, so that then when they come to me to ask the reason why this letter was sent, I can explain now clearly that it's because due to the deprioritization exercise that the organization has asked the eligible countries to do, there's an impact on the fact that people can no longer use the travel line under the budget to fund their participation at ICASA. So that's very helpful. Thank you very much for this. I understand that the letter is going to be sent to us and other partners, and I trust that this decision was taken with the best interest in mind. And again, as a community person, an African, and an advocate before a Global Fund employee, I wanted to understand that clearly so that I could do my advocacy as well from my side internally. So now this is clear, this is understood. But now for the other portion of the work, so the discussion that the Political and Civil Society Advocacy Department usually has with the SAS Secretariat, I'm going to ask Luc and colleagues to schedule a meeting with me early next week if it's possible, so that we can talk about the contribution of the organization via the fund, via the budget of the Political and Civil Society Advocacy Department, until we receive this letter for me to then have conversation with my colleagues from the Grant Management Division. Thank you very much.
Right, thank you. Look, I would like you to just give a short comment so that we are all together.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. I just want to remind us that Brice is part of the State Committee meeting of SAR and ICASA for long. I'm sure that is because of some other dedicated this function that he could not attend this meeting. Otherwise, he has attended the first one and the second one. Just to tell you that he's part of us. Thank you so much.
So shall we end this discussion here in the sense that Brice has requested that he has a meeting with our secretariat sometime next week to just clarify some of these issues. Are we agreed that we leave it here?
Can I respond?
Yeah.
It doesn't give clarity to community with all the letters.
No, he has said send the letter.
Okay.
He has said send the letter. Okay, you said there were two people. Is there another one? No. Okay, so at this juncture, really, let's close our meeting. It's a very good, at a very good tone. And I want to again just thank the government and the people of Ghana through the Minister of Health who came here endorse what you are doing and to emphasize the support that the Ghanaian government will give to ICASA 2025. Let me also thank the hotel. Our hotel here has been excellent. It's a very pleasant place to stay and very good food. Yesterday's lunch was very good with a goosey soup and all those other things. So we enjoyed that very much. And unless you want to say anything, let me thank each and every one of you. We've finished in very good time. You can now go for lunch, and after lunch, do what you have to do and enjoy yourselves. Thank you so much.